God, can you tell it's my first time driving this car? Think about it. I'm an idiot.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to Clearview Driving. Today I'm doing a mock test with Asmae. Now this is the first time we're driving together. You've done around 40 hours?
Yeah.
And you have done a test?
Yes, I have.
So you know what's involved in a mock test then?
Yes, I do.
So we're going to go over a variety of roads, just a mixture of roads, and see how you do, if there's any advice I can give you by the end, and then go from there. So we're going to do one manoeuvre, maybe the emergency stop, similar to everything you've already been practicing. So your test was about, you said, a month ago?
Yeah.
And you've got another test coming up?
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh God, tomorrow? Wait, the test is tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I thought you were going away.
Nope.
I see.
Nope.
Yeah, she kept saying she wants a lesson before this date, and I thought maybe she's going away.
No, yeah.
That's fine. Okay, well that makes more sense. That's probably why you're so nervous then.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. Well, we're going to get straight into it then.
Yeah.
So before we get started, could you tell me...
Oh, yeah. Somebody did not realize.
Could you tell me, how would you know if there was an issue with your anti-lock braking system?
It would come up on the dashboard in ABS.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so Asmae, when you're ready, let's start the engine.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
And... Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Wait. Whoa. God, can you tell it's my first time driving this car?
Think about it.
I'm an idiot. Such an idiot. Sorry.
Let's do a left turn.
Oh my God.
Asmae has had a lot of driving experience outside of her driving lessons with her parents. She's used to driving fully up to the speed of the road and always uses the highest gear possible. This is great for fuel efficiency, but always using the highest gear will make you go a little bit too fast sometimes. Sometimes it may be better to use a lower gear for better control instead of using a higher gear for fuel efficiency. As we're going forward, there's a very clear 20 miles per hour gateway sign ahead, which Asmae doesn't notice. She continues driving 30 miles per hour through this zone, giving her a serious fault for use of speed.
Can't see it, but I'm literally trembling underneath this. Whoa.
That's a cool helmet. That's a cool helmet.
Oh, okay, yes. Sorry.
I thought change up the topic.
Yeah, sorry. It was a good topic changer. I just didn't see it. actually have to lean like this to see the green light.
You can use the one in front.
God. I decided to embarrass myself today.
Asmae is really quick to get up to the speed of the road and uses the highest gear possible again, but she does have a bit of a bad habit of resting her left foot on the clutch whilst driving. This is not a good habit for a new driver, as you're going to burn up the plates over time and this will wear down your clutch quicker. So you always want to rest your left foot over on the left hand side of the clutch on the footrest.
You know, in North, I don't know why I think it's North London. Anyways, where I come from, humbly, we never, like I hardly drove 20 miles
Take the
per hour.
next road on your right.
Yeah, hardly drove at 20 miles per hour for so long.
So you don't have the 20 limit there as much?
As much now.
Leading up to this narrow road ahead, Asmae is maintaining a good following distance from the vehicle ahead, but as we're going uphill to the brow of this hill, she goes into third gear. It's a better idea to be in second gear in case we need to control the speed as we're going downhill, and plus because the road is fairly narrow. At the traffic lights, turn right please. As we're going forward, Asmae ends up blocking the entrance to the road. Always make sure when stopping in traffic that there's enough space for you ahead, if not you should stop before the junction. If somebody turns up from the opposite side and they want to turn into this road, this would end up causing congestion all the way up until the main road ahead. Never block entrances.
Ooh, okay.
The right turn at the traffic light junction is an offside turning onto a dual carriageway. There's normally space for two vehicles to wait in the middle of the junction. Asmae does take a risky gap before the white van ahead. When turning right, always make sure that you're not going to affect the speed of the vehicle that's ahead of you. They shouldn't have to brake for you or have to step off the accelerator before you make your turn. At the roundabout, turn left please, it's the first exit. Ahead of us is a zebra crossing where there's an island dividing the two sides of the road, making it two separate crossings. Somebody's about to start crossing from the right hand side of the road. It was still safe for us to continue in this case. Turn left in there please. Driving down this road, Asmae's in a really good position in the centre of the road, keeping a good clearance all round. But as we get closer to the junction, she starts moving back towards the left too early, getting too close to the last parked vehicle from the left. should always check your mirrors as soon as you turn into a new road to see what's happening behind. If you can pull in and park up on the left, just before the grey car, leave enough space to move away. Just in that space, it doesn't need to be perfect, don't worry. This one. That's great there, thank you. And drive off when you're ready.
Oh.
At the end, turn right. Driving down this road, Asmae nearly gets a serious fault for her control on the steering. As we're passing some parked vehicles, her attention goes on the indicator, which clicks off. As she tries to fix the indicator, her steering was slightly off, and I nearly had to intervene at this point. At the traffic lights, turn right please. As you're driving, always try to prioritise whatever's the most important thing. That's where your attention should be. Asmae is a very confident driver when it comes to moving off and keeping up with the flow of the traffic. Always make sure that there's enough space for you before you go into the junction. As we move into the middle, the traffic lights are initially green and there's a lot of traffic in front, and she waits in a good position. As the traffic lights in front start changing to red, some of the vehicles in front are now actually going through a red light. You need to make sure we don't wait around in the middle of the junction at this point, as it puts you in a dangerous position. She moves off fairly quickly. While driving in slow-moving traffic, always make sure there's enough space for you ahead of junctions and crossings. It's really important to keep these clear so that you're not obstructing the view of the crossing for traffic on the opposite side of the road and not blocking entrances. Always try and make sure that you've got tyres and tarmac visible when you're stopping behind traffic. This is in case anything happens. If that vehicle was to roll back or you needed to move around this vehicle, you've got enough space to do so. Right, at the roundabout, turn right, third exit please.
Turn right.
Yes. Approaching this roundabout to turn right, Asmae initially signals left as she enters the roundabout. She manages to signal right in good time, so this signal wasn't too confusing for drivers around her. But always signal right when your exit is after 12 o'clock.
What is this?
Although we did turn into the overtaking lane on the dual carriageway, this is not a major concern as long as you move back into the normal driving lane in good time. You don't want to carry on driving in the overtaking lane for ages when you're not overtaking.
I'm so used to looking at your face to know if the test is going right or wrong. Now I can't do that.
Approaching traffic lights that have been green for a while, always be prepared in case they change. If you're slow enough and you have time, you should stop. Turn left into the car park. Sorry.
I've seen this car park.
Go left again. Whenever you're driving, if you notice somebody's doing some sort of manoeuvre, try not to go close to their vehicle. Try and maintain at least 2 car lengths of clearance in case they haven't noticed you're there and they might change direction suddenly. Alright, if you can just stay in the middle of the road. Now I'd like you to reverse into a space on your left in one of these spaces here.
Okay.
Make sure you finish within the white lines by the end, okay?
Ooh. Okay, so the reverse here is take it up like this?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the first time I reversed in a car I've never reversed in. Let's do this. Oh, we're not in. Yep. Nope. Yeah. My biggest nightmare.
Thank you, drive off when you're ready. I can go that way, right? It's a one-way system.
So I have to go this way.
You can go straight, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once we're in the new road, we're going to make that left turn by the blue building. Okay? Yep. The road we're moving on to is really wide with lots of traffic, so when the right hand side of the road is clear, we need to move halfway into the junction, into the central reservation, and get eye contact with the traffic on the main road in order to move in.
You think I can?
Yeah. So remember, we want to go in the second lane, so look at that blue car's driver, he'll give you way.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Never do anything in a rush.
Okay.
You could have parked up there after as well, but it's fine now. It's fine now.
I'm so sorry.
Secure the car.
God, that was so bad. I'm so sorry.
You haven't secured the car, by the way. Push.
It's this one.
Push.
Push.
No. Push that one. Push it. There you go.
Okay, I'm dumb and I can't even understand push and pull. I'm very sorry, God.
It's okay. Relax. Okay, let's go into it.
I told you you would have 2 fails in a day.
How was the drive overall for you? Give me a few minutes, okay?
Yeah, take your time. The drive was questionable. God.
Some of the things I didn't jot down, and I'm gonna have to get back to them later. But okay, so let's talk about the main things that popped up. So unfortunately it wouldn't be a pass, and it's for something that happened really quite early on.
I know that I did not check before I pulled out, for sure, at first. But what did happen?
So you're driving down that main road at the end. We're driving on a nice big 30 road. You're driving in third, then you got into fourth. As we're going forward, there's very clear 20 signs on the sides and on the road. You're flying through them at 30.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the traffic lights and we're waiting. And this is when the motorbike with, the helmet guy.
Yeah. I know.
So that was a clear 20 zone we're going into at that crossroads, and we were going fully at 30. And I know you said you're not used to.
I'm not. Actually, on my exam, we have country roads that go to 50, 60 miles per hour. So I don't know. It was generally the first time I drove, and a lot of 20.
So I can see from your drive, you kind of really get on with it. Your driving is very confident. You're driving more like an experienced driver than like a learner, let's say, which is really good, which shows you've had a lot of experience, and you kind of drive with your dad, you said a little bit as well. So you really get on with it, which is nice. But when you're driving into busier sections, you're kind of a bit too quick now leading up to that. So a few of the times, when there's been a bit of traffic in front of us and there's a junction here or there's a zebra crossing, you kind of get there and then you're like, oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I realise
a bit more awareness and planning with that, definitely.
Yeah.
We had 2 clearance faults pop up, getting too close to the left.
Yeah. Your car is really big. It's not your fault, but again, no.
It seems big, it's actually not that big. So the first one was when you were driving down this road really nicely, you had a good position in the middle, but as we got to the end of the road, there was a white line in the middle of the road, and because you've seen the white line, you're kind of moving towards the left when there's a car still there, so we should have stayed in the middle for a bit longer. Okay. But again, it's not a serious fault, but it's just you went closer than we needed to be, and we had no reason to actually come back in. The other serious fault is actually your reverse park into the bay, mostly for your observation.
Yeah, the guy that ran out. Yeah.
So the space you chose to park within, there's a gap between the hedges, and he's playing like hide and seek or something.
I don't know what he was doing, honestly. And then there was another guy with a dog, and I was like, yeah.
So unfortunately for you, as you were looking right, he popped up from the left, and you're still moving, and then you've seen him. Yeah. But you really should have been looking around. And even at the end afterwards, when you kind of adjusted, you went forward, and then when you came back, you didn't look around. You just started reversing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the reverse parking. I did not realize the speed one.
So that happened right at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew you didn't see those signs. I didn't mention them anyways. And then we had that control with the gears. Where was this? Sorry, I can't remember where that was.
Fine.
I can't remember that one, but okay. There was another one, when we were turning right at the traffic lights where there was a yellow box, you went into the middle behind the car in front. As you've gone in the middle, there was a van approaching in front.
Okay.
And he was coming straight, and you've kind of turned in front of him, and he was turning into the same road as us, but it's your judgment on crossing their path. We did slow him down a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
So if
I know which one.
Yeah. So if you're turning right and someone's coming through,
I thought that I saw his indicator, and that's why I did it. But then I kept thinking, would this count as a?
So it's definitely your fault because we're in his path, right?
Yeah.
So like that's what I mean. You're noticing all of this stuff, and you're really good with the gears and stuff. But because you're kind of driving as if you're going yep, A to B driving, that's why these mistakes are kind of popping up. because you're used to driving with your dad and he's probably telling you, yep, get on with it.
Yeah, it's more about efficiency.
But it's good, but now you just need to be a bit more safer with your decisions.
Okay, yeah.
Is it safe to turn before that van?
Yeah.
Yeah? You did well on the dual carriageway, you know when you had to switch over lanes?
Yeah.
You kind of ended up in the third lane and then you were like, oh no. You didn't panic and stuff, which is really nice. You checked your mirrors, signals, you take your time moving towards the left, which is really good. Yeah, so there's lots of good things, but unfortunately these two here. Yeah, you get those two?
So yeah, it was the speed one. I kept, every time I checked, it was a 20 and I was like going like 21 and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna do it. I ended up doing worse, but fair enough. You know what?
Alright, so that's the end of your mock test today. Overall, not a lot going on. So good luck with your test tomorrow. As you know the roads around where your test is, so this speed issue won't happen, but just be mindful every time you're changing direction, check.
Yeah.
Especially with your manoeuvres. If it's been a little while, just check and see if someone's turned up, what they're doing. Are they waiting? Should you wait? Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a few bits in there that I can't remember at the minute, but yeah. Have to review.
That's
it.
better. Thank you.
Alright. Oh yeah, the gear thing was at the beginning. You know when you sat there in neutral trying to roll off?
No, god.
That's what that was.
That was embarrassment.
That was it. And then with the traffic light, you're like, oh, I really have to do this to see it. And I was like, well.
Yeah, no, that was literally tested my intelligence there.
Alright, well that's the end of our mock test today. Hopefully that mock test will be useful for you guys as well. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and don't forget to follow me on all my socials, which I always forget to say. So there's TikTok, there's Instagram, or Clearview Driving, so be sure to follow, guys. Bye bye. Good luck with your test.